we are live. Hello everyone, welcome back to some Pokemon Shield. Last time, we got the final badge. It is like completing the entire coin, which it shows. And since our team hit level 60, probably should have recommended 65. We have started the Crown Tundra. We're not gonna be going too far into this because this DLC is but complex enough where I could just recommend you play it for yourself. Please, sir, I can't let you. Oh, I think you can. We also battled Peony here, and that wasn't easy. My precious daughters are there, and I'm going in after her. I understand, sir, but what? I can't have an adventure, and I want to kick it off right now. I simply can't allow it, sir. Oh, there you are, lad. So you've come out after all, have you? Something the matter? Nothing's alright and everything's the matter. This ultra-mega numpty of a scientist insists on getting in my way. I beg your pardon, sir. If you'd be so good as to simply listen, I could let you through. Dynamax adventures are quite fraught with peril, and I'm afraid, and I've got no patience for standing here listening to right along the fine print, which is going on in circles. You need to know this, gentleman. Would you simply listen to my explanation? If so, then I could allow the two of you to enter as a pair. Now you're talking. Go on then. Let's hear what the good lady's got to say. And then we'll go find my little Nia together. Right. Yeah, I didn't think there were any items. Dynite Ore. She'll actually give you experience candies if you get the ore as well as the vitamins. Ooh, ability capsule that will swap abilities of a Pokemon, and the ability patch will always give it the hidden ability. That could be good for some members of the team. We're Pokemon helping out with our investigations too, you know. Are you ready to hear my explanation of Dynamax Adventures? That's what I'd like to hear. I owe you one. Very well, then I will proceed. Hey, welcome in, Chloe. How's your day going? The Max Lair is a labyrinth underground is... Wow. The Max Lair is a labyrinth. Well, I'm glad you're having a good day. It's a labyrinth underground cavern where Pokemon dwell, the likes of which normally are not found in the Galar region. My day's going good too, even with 3 dogs that kinda cause headaches. You got a puppy, an older dog, I think about 5 years, and then a dog who likes to play way too much and constantly goes for the throat. Trying to keep all 3 balanced is not easy. Anyway, we form a team of 4 trainers who can do this with online mode. after this demo and set up to explore the max lair. See if we can find legendary Pokemon that await in it. You have to borrow a Pokemon from them instead of one of your own. And there's actually paths, and you have to vote on which path you want to take. To avoid the risk of Galar particle overexposure, which could cause your own dear Pokemon to lose control, we have prepared Pokemon for you that are resistant to the effects. Wait, I follow you. So you're saying you don't want Galar losing control, so the Pokemon prevent some particles. Or we might see some wear over exposure. That was stunningly wrong. This is a dangerous place. Please make sure you firm grasp of the rules. I'm still a touch lost. I'm still a touch lost, but that's the type of place this is. But it sounds like this is a bit beyond me, so I'll just go in and get cracking. Here comes Papa. No, I just told you it's dangerous. What's going on with that man? He looks so much like Chairman Bose, but his attitude doesn't match the chairman's at all. Well, when you're ready to go chase him down... Sorry. I meant when you're ready to begin your Dynamax adventure, let me know. This part is why I won't be doing everything. There are dozens of legendaries you could catch, and I thought I sent the friend request. If you go on a Dynamax adventure, I will provide you with the Dynamite Ore as a reward. I'll also allow you to keep one, just one, of the Pokemon you catch along the way. My username for Discord is just Happy Lycanroc. The @ number I wish I could remember, but you're still new to Dynamax Adventures, so we should just try them along for now. Yep, just like my username here. See, we got Scrappy Explode that lets it hit ghosts with that Hyper Beam. A Scolipede with Swarm. That's pretty good. I was probably gonna go Drifloon, but up ahead is a water type, so we gotta pick stuff that will as long as I don't do the fire, which should be good. And that's a Frostlass. That's not bad damage. That actually just made Explode worse. I think this should finish it off. Yep. Let's see. I think I'm gonna swap. Because I can take out... Actually, that's a pretty good idea. Now we're gonna fight the ground. Oh, we found a scientist. It's your... Oh, she'll heal. I didn't want to swap because Frost Lance is good against the ground, so... Unless it's an Excadrill. That is Saint Slash. Not the best damage, but it is a 3-hit kill. 3-hit wonder, so... I should have went with, Explode. That Hyper Beam is dangerous. Dang, it just, Let's do Frost Breath. Also, any Pokemon you catch, there's gotta be a list at the end of the 4 Pokemon, the one you start with and the 3 you catch. Actually, I think it's just the 4 you catch. Yeah, 4. So... we're gonna swap again. If we go that way, we see a trainer. I want the poison. Because now we have a ground type. And that thing has levitate. That's Cantonian Weezing, so I think we can't catch in this. And of course it gets levitate. I believe Stomping Tantrum does fail. There are some moves that just don't work. Now, if this Weezing has Toxic, I think we'll be set against the Water type. I'm surprised that didn't just take it out. But Weezing is pretty bulky. And down it goes. It does get Sludge Bomb. There were some berries on the floor, and we recovered health. The Water type legendary is Suicune. We'll see if we could beat it. We poisoned it, that's a good sign. We're whittling it down. It can just cure itself with poison, I believe, at any point. If it hit that to Weezing, it would have went down. And yeah, it cures itself with poison. I won't be doing this, but because of Dynamax Adventures, you can fight the champion with 6 legendaries. All of them start at level 65, which I think is about as strong or stronger than his whole team. Finally made it hit red. Durant goes down. One more feint and Wit's over. And I don't think I could take another hit. Nah, it's done. We couldn't beat it. I think between these 3, I think I want the Weezing. Just because Frostlass is in, I think the main story. Sandslash we could get in the Isle of Armor. This Weezing you can't get in Sword and Shield at all. Unless you transfer it. Normal Weezing is a pure pure poison type. It is the poison gas Pokemon. It can't suck in air quite as well as Galarian Weezing, but the toxins it creates are more potent than those of its counterpart. We head back to the entrance and try to find Peony's daughter. Hang on, I recognize you. Are you here for a Dynamax Adventure 2? Wicked, guess we're on the same wavelength. I'm Peonia. Nice to properly meet you. How about you? What's your name? I'm Happy. Oh, well, perfect name for you. Really suits you. So is my dad on his way here too? I haven't seen him. Has he got turned around and wound up back at the entrance? Listen, sorry for you to distract my old man back there. He's as stubborn as a mud boy. Things go alright after I left. What? You beat my old man? You sure pulled the blinder there. He used to be a gym leader, you know. Even on holiday, he's no pushover. You know, my dad was going mad with excitement for this trip. He kept going on how he'd planned for us to check out local legends on this super intense adventure tour, or Adventour as he calls it. But I mean, come on. What girl of my age would want to be cut dead doing some nasty things like that with her dad? Besides, I really fancy having more battles with Dynamax Pokemon. Oh, the thrill of battling one of those massive towering Pokemon. Just think about it, gets me pumped. You know what? I've had a thought. You're a pretty fierce trainer, right? Then I bet you could handle taking my place on my old man's Adventour. Sounds like fun. Too right it does. It's a brilliant idea, if I do say so. I'm so hyped. Yeah. He's so hyped up about all this. It'd be a shame to leave him on his own. And who knows? You could end up running into a legendary Pokemon. How about I meet back up with you two after I've had my own fun at the Max Lair? Go on then. Enjoy your two summer tour of the legends. Tell my old man the deal and all that. Oi. The poor gentleman has been injured. After much kicking and screaming, I brought him back here. Hurts, Ultra Mega hurts. Nia, where's my darling Nia? Are you alright? This poor gentleman appears to have tripped on a block and struck his head. Adventures are to be taken lightly. But with that first hand now. First hand, I mean. I was checking to see if my local was a bunch of blocks, and look how I've ended up. Bunch of blocks. Is you done with Wooly Coly, sir? There you go. Oh, no little bump's gonna keep me down long. That Kip's got me feeling by this ring. Well, how about it, lad? Did you find my darling Nia? Well, here's how it went. You don't say. So Dooney is set on staying away till she's had her fill of this Dynamax Adventure stuff. And she wants the two of us to go ahead and get cracking on the Grand Peony Adventure. Now, I burned the candle at both ends, working out the best itinerary I could for my dear Nia's sake. I guess she's at that age where she doesn't want an old man tagging along all the time. You try to press her to do like what I want to, probably won't win me any Dad of the Year awards. That's not. What's your name, kid? Cheers, Happy. My name's Peony. Wait, I've already told you so? Then it's twice as nice to meet you. Peony's lead card. Let's have ourselves such a smashing adventure that My dear Neo will be itching to join in on the fun. Sure. Now that's an ultra mega great response. Just what I was hoping to hear. We're gonna have ourselves a real treat of a legendary Pokemon hunt. So that's decided. Now then, happy. Let's get ourselves to Freezington. It's a town just short ways off. We explored it yesterday a little bit. Time for a strategic meeting planning for Peony's Adventure. I'll fill you on the details once we get there. I say, let us reconvene post haste. Yeah, just playing with leg. Can you imagine if I actually talk like that? And off he goes. It would have been nice if we caught the Suicune, but not a big deal because I wouldn't have used it anyway. Hit me if you want. I don't like using legendaries in the main story. It feels too overpowered. If anything, I just use one pseudo legendary and that's it. Which is a Pokemon with a base stat total of 600. That would be like Dragonite, Garchomp, Tyranitar, stuff like that. Oh, hello. What do we have here? Another visitor. I'm the mayor of this fair town of Freezington. Must say, it's a surprise to have visitors arriving in our out-of-the-way town one after another. Might you be here to learn about the legend of the King of Bountiful Harvests as well? Ah, never mind. It hardly bears asking. After all, there's very little otherwise to attract visitors to a sleepy corner of the region. Which is a bit of a shame, really. People come all this way to investigate what turns out to be a mere fairy tale. That's the point of a legend. But since you made the journey, I must offer you this Freezington speciality as a memento. We get a boat neck sweater. It's a shirt embezzled with the likeness of the King of the Bountiful Harvest. I'm afraid it hasn't sold quite as well as we'd hoped. We've got a fair number left over. The illustration's based on extremely ancient accounts of the king's appearance. Hence, the unusually sized head. But I thought it might make the design a touch more hip, as they say. If you'd like to see what the king looked like, I suggest you take a look at the statue by the fields in the center of our village. By the by, while you're here in the Crown Tundra, feel free to let your lead Pokemon out of its ball and take it for a stroll. Hi. Over here. Oh, hi. There's Sparkle. All the young'uns have gone off to live in the big city. It's tough for us old folks getting by with only our Pokemon. Welcome to Freezington. It must have been quite a journey to get here. The Crown Tundra is famous for carrots, you know. Maybe it'd be interesting in getting some carrot seeds as a souvenir. quite the enthusiastic one, aren't you? Though, I must admit, the seeds are very rather valuable to us. How about a trade? You bring me 8 pieces of dynamite ore, and I'll give you the seeds. I only had 3. Because it's not this house they went in. Yeah, it's the one with the flag. Aha, here you are. This spooky little place beyond legends. But at this moment, it's also more important, our base camp. I know, not much of a base camp, is it? Still, we've got to give it a proper air of importance, haven't we? Now, enough fapping about happy. Let me tell you about the Peony Exploration Team is after. Right here, they've got a fair few strange and mysterious legends. For example, a huge-headed Pokemon known as the King of Bountiful Harvests. Not to mention, a massive red tree with legendary flying Pokemon gather. And furthermore, the great hulking dot-faced giants that sleep in some ruins or something. Etc. See, I mean, this place is just bursting with juicy legends. I will not stop until we found just how much truth they've got to them. And there you have it. We are the Peony Exploration Team. And that is our grand, noble, magnificent goal. Of course, if I had it my way, I'd be doing this with my darling Nia. But who knows? They say even chancy meetings can lead to a blissful friendships. So, here's to a grand adventure. Expedition Chief Happy. Chief, obviously. Well, what do you think would happen if the two of us were gallivanting together? My dear Nia could come along for a grand emotional reunion and find this place empty. Just the thought of it, my own darling daughter sitting alone in this room, waiting for her papa. Nope, not on my watch. I never let that happen. So I'll be the hold the fort down chief, which means you get the pleasure of being the expedition chief. Brings me there to this. Go on, have it. The expedition uniform. Now we instantly change into it. Look at that, fits you like a glove. A bunch of spare uniforms for my dear Nia, would have a few things to change into. So that's enough to give you one. And if you ever need to change or have a kit, by all means, just head to the bedroom back here. I got some different colored scarves in there, so switch it up if you fancy a bit of style. Here, have these two. Legendary Clue 1. It is a clue about the King of Bountiful Harvests. It's written by Peony, and an old photo is attached to it. There is a fairy tale in Freezington about the legendary Pokemon known as the King of Bountiful Harvest, something we keep hearing about. In the legends, the king is said to wear a massive crown on its head, but the wooden statue near the fields in the middle of the village shows no sign of a crown. Legendary Clue 2. There's 4 of these, so I'm not going to be reading all of them until we get to those specific buildings. Trust me, it's easier that way. And clue number 3. When the sun reaches its zenith, it shines directly down upon the great tree and lit with leaves that seem to burn. It is that the legendary wings come to roost. The legendary clues I found meticulously compiled from hours of dedication telewatching. First up, I want to have a look at that clue about the King of Bountiful Harvests. Seems that the King bonds with its loyal steed, or whatever you call it, runs proper deep. So if I had to name this expedition, I call it The Sacred Bonds of Sovereign and Steed. There's a great big statue of the bang in the middle of the village, though its head isn't as massive as in my notes. We will be investigating those 3 clues. You can't miss it, just go with adventure. Crew flag I stuck out front. Handmade by yours truly. Alright, I suppose that's that. Let the good adventure begin! So, hey Chief, my pillow's caught your eye, eh? Your pillow. Right, listen here, Chief, I've got some wisdom to impart. If you can put your head on it and have a kip, it's a pillow. Unfortunately, I left my favorite pillow back at home. So I went to have a look around town for something to rest my head on, and I found this out back behind the inn. Can I have it? Muffet, you want me to hand over my ultra mega comfy pillow? That's asking a lot, even if I'm coming from you, Chief. What's that? You think my pillow's got something to do with a legendary Pokemon? Ultra mega, seriously? This is some old thing I found. But if you really want it, Chief, who am I to refuse? Alright, go on then. Have it. But you better make sure that you track that legend down. We get a wooden crown. A mysterious object made of wood. Part of it seems to be chipped. Maybe it's meant to be part of something. I keep forgetting Beware is in the lead. We're gonna have Sahara in the lead. Just because he's the newest party member. I think he. Yeah. It's a statue of Pokemon. But something feels as if it's missing something. It looks like the wooden crown would fit onto the statue here. Do you want to try fitting it on? The wooden crown fit perfectly on the statue. Crown. Does it want you to follow it? It seems as if the mysterious Pokemon wants to test strength. Do you want to ready a Pokeball? Not yet. Um, that is a psychic type. Something. I was gonna say something we don't have anything for, but I completely forgot about Feagle and I'm back. Sorry, Feagle. Against legendary Pokemon. We don't know what this is. Always, always do a quick ball first. And it won't even... It has heal pulse. It has Psyshocks, but who am I into that? Yeah, no matter what, you can't throw a Pokeball because it's just not letting its guard down. Even though we could catch anything. Though just some fights you just can't catch quite yet. And finish it with Fire Fang. Feagle going to level 59 and Kato going to level 60. Who are you? Oh, what's up? I heard a big ruckus coming from over here. Just not cheap. Were you having a Pokemon battle? Huh? What a massive noggin! What's this? Yes. A sturdy body, just as I expected. I hope he doesn't mind that I use it for the time being. Are you the Pokemon? Oh. I see you grasped the situation already. Very astute of you. I am Calyrex. I am known as the King of Bountiful Harvests. I have brought this man's body in order to thank you in person, so to speak. Indeed, there are no words to adequately express my gratitude towards you with restoring my statue. For days long past, I reigned over these lands as king. The humans offered me their loyalty and respect, as I was able to bring lush vegetation to the land and give them plentiful harvests year after year. However, it seems that over many years the people of this land have forgotten my existence. They used to make offerings to me every year, but even that tradition has long since been lost to the ravage of time. You see, it is the faith of the people that gives me my strength, and now I have lost all but a fraction of my former power. Even my loyal steed has abandoned me. However, you were kind enough to restore my statue. That act has returned some strength to me. At least enough to speak to you by borrowing the body of another. Now, kind-hearted human child, I have a favor to ask of you. I must know once and for all whether the people have truly forgotten about me. I wish you to speak to the villagers and ask if they've met with the King of Bountiful Harvest. I've tried to explain this, so you understand, but they treated me like some sort of fairy tale creature, or flew into a mild panic at the sight of me. Please, kind-hearted human, I beg you to help me. Calyrex appeared once I placed the crown on the statue of the King of Bountiful Harvest. Calyrex can apparently speak to humans by talking over a person's body. Think of it as like a psychic connection, like telepathy, but on a completely different level, probably worse level, which, yeah, shows it is weakened. I mean, Pokemon like, of all things, Mewtwo and Lucario can just talk inside your head from them. So, oh, we got some goods for sale. Ultra Balls might be a great idea to get. So I'm gonna buy 29. You can buy big pearls, but why would you buy them? They're selling items and they sell for much less than that. I will, however, be buying a lot of Moo Moo Milk, because that's a pretty good healing item. The Pokemon King. Oh sure, my gran used to tell me stories about it all the time when I was a kid. An old fairy tale, that. The King of Bountiful Harvest. I used to believe it was real, you know. I was told that if I made mischief in the fields, the king would steal my body away. I mean, that's not too far off with what happened to Piyami. Do I remember the King of Bountiful Harvest? Why, of course I do. It's only the main tourist attraction of our lovely Freezington, after all. I imagine we could see more visitors if only the king were real. The King of Bountiful Harvest? Well, if it exists, why doesn't it heal the land around here so we could grow crops for a change? Oh, it's Namora over there, okay. I will be taking on, each legend, an episode. And then, once we beat Shield's main story, I think I'm gonna swap to Violet for a bit. Like, do a Let's Play of Violet. But once in a while, we'll come back to do the other legendary stuff. That way it's not like constant clips of just... or not clips. Constant streams of only the max raids. Because that's where you find most of the legendaries. Though it's just a lot easier on everything. Guess there's more people we gotta talk to. Dude, I'm sorry. I'm rather busy doing nothing right now. we will be starting the Champion Cup as well. So, get ready for that. Ah, human child, I trust you were able to speak to the villagers. So, how was it? Did they say anything about me? They did, but it is as I expected. Nobody truly believes that I am real. It seems the people of this land have indeed forgotten the bond they once shared with me. Oh no, of course I am not going in. I am the king of bountiful harvests after all. I know better than to count on humans to remember me. This proves beyond doubt that I cannot simply rely on human faith if I want my powers to return. If only my loyal steed would have returned to me, I would have regained something of what I've lost. Is that a Pokemon? Yes, the four-legged Pokemon that I used to ride across the land. The very same Pokemon that my statue in the village shows me riding. Alas, though, in ancient times we spent many days together, dashing through the valleys, over the mountains of the land. My power waned, and I was forced to part ways with it. Now, I know not where it may be. Even if we should succeed in locating my loyal steed, I have my doubts as to whether it remained, well, loyal. I have lost so much power. Perhaps the villagers know something about my currently not so loyal steed. Being your dad, you could speak to the head of the village on this. If you're able to find any information at all, I ask that you must let me know. Good. Huh? Chief? Oh, that's a nugget. Wait, no, it's normal. I must have fallen asleep where I stood. Sorry about that, Chief. Still, I feel strange like my body's not quite my own. Guess I had to base and get some rest. Besides, it's freezing out here. Once we find out about the horse, we're going to start the Champion Cup. And then we'll slowly work on this. The mayor's not home at the moment. We want to have a look at the fields in the giant's bed. You can look for him if you're in a hurry. The fields of the giant bed are to the southeast of the village. Go through the Frost Point field and just keep going to the left. And we still have some story up the Isle of Armor to complete too. It's me, Peony. How are things, Chief? What's that? You found someplace ruiny looking. That's gotta be one of those places. You know, with the legendary giants is supposed to be. Do you see a door with mysterious writing on it? I hear no one's ever been able to get it to open. If that's true, I think I'd call this particular adventure The Terrible Titans Lurking Locked Away. Huh, well, how's that grab you? Right then, now eagerly leave the rest of this research in your hands. Oh no. We found the giant's bed. Now we just gotta find the mayor. Yeah, we have found the mayor. Yes, this field is no good either. The soil is barren. No crops could possibly grow here now. Perhaps the lions of the Crown Tundra truly are beyond hope. What's this? Oh, a dear visitor. What brings you here? You want to learn about the royal steed of the King of the Bountiful Harvest? Well, this is hardly the place for storytelling. Come to my home in Freezington. It's better to have a nice chat in the warmth after all. Please visit whenever you're ready. I'll be waiting. Now, there are two options for this, and we'll go over both. I actually have both on Scarlet, so I could just transfer over both, or I catch one, get the other, and then transfer the other. Oh, that's a Magmar. That's cool. If you see what's happened to the statue of the King of Bountiful Harvest, its head has become massive. You say that's the way the king's supposed to look. Nothing can mention it does resemble the design of our town souvenir shirts. But you speak as if you've seen the king with your own two eyes. That statue's been broken since I was a child. Oh, of course, you want to learn about the royal steed. Well, I don't know why you'd be interested in such things, but come then, follow me. This is the only time I think you're allowed in this house, by the way. An old book I read long ago said that the king's royal steed was particularly fond of a certain special vegetable. But my memory isn't what it used to be. I can't recall what exactly the steed so desired. Check the bookshelf. We have the King of the Bountiful Harvest, the Proud Steed, the Reins of Unity, Hardy Crops for the Tundra, Try the Freezing Snow Samba, and Town Records. What about the Proud Steed? Oh boy, time for a lot of reading. The horse spoke about, gave over its power to serve the king and carry it hither and thither. The two even became one for a time, combining their strengths to create a forest in a single night. This proud steed has been a wild thing once, ravaging the village crops and causing much woe. But the king, in all its greatness, brought this fierce creature to heel and secured its loyalty. And for each among us who claims the steed's hide was black as midnight gloom in which ghosts appear, there was another who claims it was white as a block of solid ice. Not a lie can now say which is the truth. So, the horse had two forms, according to the legend. And I think you have to read another book, because he's not there. Well, it's not there. through these ways did the king send its power, in order to tame and control its proud steed. The ways, in fact, were made by the hands of the people, in thanks for the plenty brought by the king. These raids bound not only the horse and the king to one another, they bound the people to the king as well. At the dawning of each new year, we must never forget to gift the king with this offering. Let the radiant flower and the mane of the steed be woven together to bind us all in faith. Let the secrets of this sacred art be passed from parent to child to grandkid and never be forgotten. So I think now we go back. Yeah. Don't tell me I have to read every single book. I don't. While carrots can be grown at the Crown Tundra, I think this is the point you also need. They have rather unusual growth habits. When grown beneath heaped snow, these hardy roots tend to develop into ice-root carrots. When grown traced close to where many souls are laid to rest, shade-root carrots will be your crop. Shade-root carrots are a favorite treat for many ghost-type Pokemon, while Ice-type seem to delight in eating ice-root carrots. According to the old fairy tales, the steed that the King of Bountiful Harvest rode upon loved both of these varieties, or perhaps one or the other. Records seem to contradicting one another, with stories speaking of a white steed delighting in ice-root carrots, and others mentioning a black steed devouring shade-root carrots. The king was a great Pokemon that brought abundance to our cold land. With the cold sweep of its right hand, the land would be blanketed in verdant green and blooms. With the sweep of its left, the fruit of the fields would ripen and grow heavy. Its great crown of green gleaming, the king galloped across the land astride its broad steed. And in their footsteps, buds would burst from the soil, and rich life was brought across the region. And so we worshipped the Pokemon, paid it all due tribute as king. I think those 4 books you have to read. Yep. So before we start this, we're gonna talk to him, see what to do next. And then we're gonna start the Champion Cup, because I want to get that done before it's too late. Oh hey there, Chief, I had a feeling someone called me. Was it you? Huh? You're a child. Were you able to find something about my loyal steed? You say you found out about something that my loyal steed could not resist. It has been so long since we worked together that I had completely forgotten. With this information, we may be able to lure my loyal steed to me yet. So tell me, what is it that my loyal seed would find so irresistible? Carrots. Carrots, you say? Yes, I remembered now. Even back when we were together, it would leap at any chance to eat some kind of crop. It took everything I had to restrain it. Looking back, the killed crop must have been carrots. I am in your debt, human child. What we must do is now clear. If we are able to find carrots somewhere, it should be but a trifle to lure my loyal steed back to me. Wonder, did the humans of this village grow any carrots? If we could attain even a single seed, I could grow a carrot for it myself. In order to find the king's beloved steed, I'll need to first get my hands on his favorite food, carrots. Maybe the people of Weezington can help out. There was someone who wanted 8 ore for a single seed. Well, he wanted the 8 ore and he'll give us the seeds. But I think I want to do start the Champion Cup now. Because that's going to get us stronger too for this area. And so, we're going to do that. We could go back at any point. There's still a few days for this game, so don't worry about that. I just really want to stress about completing this before 2 weeks are up. There's a reason for that. Don't worry about it. Back in Wyndon, there are some things that I forgot to show last time, and I want to get them right now. Over this it's not that one. Right here. If you don't have the DLC, what was it? This sewer grate has the black sludge. It heals poison types over time, while it poisons everything else. I think except steel. So, yeah. Good to remember about that. And there are some things I want to grab too before moving on. But here's an air balloon. This is basically the ability to levitate, but if you get hit, the balloon pops and you lose it. We're gonna go to the monorail station, I think. Or this might be the same spot that I'm thinking. It's not the same spot. Well, actually, it might be. It was. Actually, no, it's not. That was back in the start of the town. Over there's a Max Revive Sparkle, so that's cool. Let's see. Another Sparkle. With a big nugget. I don't think I could grab what I was thinking just yet, so that's fine. I do have 5 rare candies that I want to use and get everything to level 60. Starting with Sahara. Or Sahara. Whichever one. Dragon Rush. It's a 100 power physical dragon type move with 75 accuracy. I think I prefer Dragon Claw. It's 20 power stronger. Dragon Rush is stronger, but it's less accurate. Feagle going to level 60. And George level 60. I do have 2 left. And I think I could get them to Sahara. Making him go to level 62. And then I could just get these to Feagle. It's not enough to level up, but... you know, gives us a great head start. With speed... I'm just getting rid of the exclamation points. The wise glasses, I gotta think about who to get that to. Because I think our whole team is actually... that could help George. Energy bottle. Teaching Giga Impact to Mihara is so tempting. I think I'm actually gonna go for it. It has Mega Punch. This is actually more accurate than it by 5 whole points. It is a whopping 70 power stronger. I think I'm gonna take it. And we do have... oh, I got leftovers I could give someone. I think I want to give that to Wadakashi. And we have so many PowerPoint stuff that I'm just straight up gonna max Giga Impact to get 8. And I think I'm gonna max your Earthquake too. There we go. Well, it's not maxed, but you know. It's up enough. We're going to the stadium. Give me 1 second. I will be right back. Sorry about that. I thought I heard something happening and nothing was happening. I think it was next door. Here we go. This is it. We made it. We made it through the gym challenge. There might be 4 remaining in the semifinals, but I'm the only one who's gonna win through the battle. Win through and battle the champion. Hey there, thanks for moving by to chat with your mate, the ball guy. I can tell you're following your dreams, and that is, you guessed it, I got a Pokeball for you. The Dream Ball! If you can put a Pokeball to sleep, this Pokeball works really good against that. Pokemon that are asleep are easy to catch. But did you ever want to be even easier? Well, the Dream Ball makes your dreams come true. Have your Pokemon use Hypnosis or Yawn to put the opponent to sleep, and then give it a try. So we made it this far, huh? It's Challenger Happy! Since I was the first to register for the Champion Cup, in other words, I'm already number 1. It's pretty much in the bag that I'll win this thing. That'd be correct. We've been watching over your performance in the gym challenge. This is just a formality, of course, but I'll need to check your gym badges if you don't mind. I'm also ready to battle you on the biggest stage of them all. But it looks like Beat couldn't make it. Hard luck. Somehow I didn't think he'd just take being disqualified laying down, you know what I mean? I guess it is what it is. Can't help it. We should head to the locker room. Touch a gym challengers who made it through the gym challenge. The semi-finals will be starting soon. I'm very curious about who will win among the 4 who completed the gym challenge. Here we go. Now, if I get a second, okay, let's go over the team one last time. Actually, I'll do that before the champion. That way, yeah, we're all set. I knew you'd get all the badges and meet me here. I know that there's been a lot between us. What with my big brother, Team Yell helping, Spike Moth and all that. But the truth is, when all's said and done, I really just want to become champion for myself. So don't take it personally when I kick your butt. Pokemon Trainer Marnie. I think I want to say the final round. There might be one more. I don't remember. But that would be post-game. I gotta win this if I'm gonna become champion. She's going all out. So should we. Marnie starts with Liepard, a dark type level 47. And since she's also a dark type trainer, just like her brother, the dark type gym leader, it makes sense to swap back out. Scrafty, level 47. You can tell we're over leveled for this. That'll slow down soon. Level 47, Dark Fighting type. Wish you had a full store. We can't do anything for one turn, but... Toxicroak is a poison fighting type. Level 47. So, if you want a Dangerous Beware that isn't like mine, because mine has Gloss as an ability, get one with Stuffing for the ability. It'll take twice as much damage from fire, but it'll be able to use hold items, and just give it the Silk Scarf with Giga Impact, and oh my gosh, this thing will hit like a truck. Next up is Morpeko, a Dark Electric. I didn't mean to do that. I think we can Zen Headbutt. Yep. Oh, I don't have enough full restores for this. Oh well. We'll see how it works out. I think I've got swapped to flag. No need, it one-tapped. I think after this I've got swapped to Kato. Wadakashi wants to learn Healing Wish. I don't recommend it. The user will faint immediately after using this. But the Pokemon that takes its place, so the one you send out, will have full HP and any status condition, poison, burn, whatever, fully healed. But you're down a Pokemon because you chose it to. I think Wadakashi could take a single hit from this thing. And she Dynamaxes. This is G-Max Grimmsnarl. Oh, I think level 50? Let's see. Level 49, Dark Fairy type. That's her ace. The thing is strong too. If I could just get back. Nope. We're doing Max Starfall. Wow. And Max Flutterby. Vigo going to level 61. Okay, so I lost. But I got to see a lot of the good points of Unity Pokemon. $15,000 for that. Everyone in the stadium was watching us doing all that. I heard them cheering for me and my Pokemon. It was nice. I may have lost, but at least we drove the audience wild. Guess that's not so bad. I think I'll join my brother in the stands, and we'll watch from the sidelines to see who ends up challenging the champion. Just so you know, I still haven't decided if I'm gonna cheer for you. See ya. I'll be waiting for you in the final match. After seeing the way you battled, I can't accept any outcome besides winning this match. My team is on fire. Pardon me. I know you didn't get a long break, but the match before yours ended more quickly than expected. Challenger hopped one-handedly. So, as soon as you're ready, we'd like you back on the pitch. The final match for the semifinals is about to begin. The ones who will battle in this final match are challengers Happy and Hop, both endorsed by the champion. I'm a cameraman from Macrocosmos Television. Sorry, the camera's rolling now. Okay, they do fully heal you at least. I think, who do I want to start with? Yeah, we'll start with Kato. We haven't really seen much of him. Or her. I think her. Her. Let's do this. I just had this sort of flashback, you know? Remember? Back when we were still in post-work. When we got our Pokemon from Lee that day, I never would have dreamed that I'd end up standing here, facing you of all people. But it's time I finished what was started that day. Got it? The one who will become champion is me. Hop's got his confidence back. That could be a threat. Pokemon Trainer Hop. starts with his double. So I'm kind of glad we're going Kato. Any normal type move it could have, we resist. Let's do this. We'll do Drill Peck. Double is a pure normal type, level 48. It can be a really good defensive wall, but normal types, or pure normal at least, isn't great for just taking everything. They don't resist a single type. Next up is Pincurchin, a pure electric type, level 47. And since electric is one of the two types that can hurt Kato, Sahara is the perfect swap-in. I don't look up what movesets they have, just to keep things interesting. I feel like if you know exactly what an opponent's can have, you could probably guess what they're gonna do. There's that down. Next up is Snorlax, a pure normal type, again, level 47. It is great against special attacks, kind of bad against fighting types who like close combat, like physical attacks. So things like, body press. Now Zen Headbutt. Next up is Corviknight, just like Arcado, level 48. Steel Flying type. I think it's a Flying Steel type, but yeah, same thing. We got Feagle to deal with it. Of course it gets Swagger. Swagger's, I think we put over it, because, yeah, we have Corviknight too. Swagger will boost your enemy's attack, but also confuse them. So if they do hit themselves, it hits even harder. But it also makes it so if they get through the confusion check, they just hit you harder. It's not really worth it. Mihara growing to level 62 and getting 200 attack. That's overkill. Last but not least, his Cinderace is a pure fire type level 49, and it will Dynamax. I don't think it can Gigantamax, but it might. That's why we're going George. Yep, Dynamax, not Gigantamax, so he does not have G-Max. Unfortunately for Hop, we do have the G-Max. And we're actually taller than it. G-Max Hydro Snipe. And it one-taps. There was so much water that the fire type exploded. Don't know how that works. 2 levels. George going to level 61. Getting almost 200 speed. That's crazy. And Kato growing to level 61 as well. Now we win. Happy, thanks. I'm really glad you were the one here with me. $11,000 from that. And the victor of the semifinals. The challengers won all their way through all the many hopeful trainers in the gym challenge is Challenger Happy. You know, even when Sonia was saying that you and me looked like we could become heroes, I never really felt like one. But you, I think maybe you really could do all sorts of great things. Good on you, Happy. And Corviknight and all the rest of your team. Happy. That was incredible. Brilliant. Honestly, there were even tears rolling down my face before I knew it. To think that the two of you set out together from the same town, built up the greatest teams, and arrived here at this point to throw everything you had at one another. That burning desire to win. Those moves filled with undefeatable passion. It was battling at its very purest in every possible way. Even though there were some trainers who weren't sure whether you were fit to be endorsed for the gym challenge at first. That was you, Lee. Well then, all the more reason. My team members and I will give everything that we've got in us to defeat our challenger. If the challenger stated before us might as well end up being you, Happy. In fact, that's precisely what I'm hoping for. That's right. The real challenge is what's coming next. And I'm completely exhausted. I just want to head back to the hotel and rest. Best to refill your energy stores first. Why don't we get some dinner tonight? I would say no, but you never care at all what food tastes like, Lee. A night like this deserves more than rubbish takeaway. So at least pick something good. Children happy. Hey, children happy. Get some type of questions. First question. You and Challenger Hop were both endorsed by the champion, making the two of you rivals in a sense, wouldn't you say? How does it feel to have defeated your rival? It was just luck. Yeah, make him humble. Right. Question number 2. If you could tell Challenger Hop something right now, what would that be? Tell me how strong he was. Question 3. Level with me, kiddo. Your honest thoughts here. Think you can win the finals too? I do. That's enough. Happy's already tired from battle, and you've been asking rather rude questions. How is any of that rude? We got ourselves dinner plans with my brother, so sorry. We're clear off already, would ya? Just understand. Looking forward to seeing the birth of a new star. Famous people sure have it rough, huh? I hope we get here soon. I can eat my own arm about now. Several hours later. This is absurd. Even Lee's never this late. Something's not right. He always does what he says he'll do. As a kid, he promised me that he'd become champion one day, and he went and did just like that. He ought to be able to keep his own dinner plans. Kid sure got a mouth on him, huh? If you were that noisy during battle, you'd have reached a whole new level of power, you know? Oh, pack it in, Piers. I'm seriously worried here. So, I don't need to see your smug mug looking like you're having a go at me, even though you act like you're giving me good advice. Just by appearances, no wonder you lost to your mate. If you're looking for the champion, I saw him headed to Rose Tower. Rose Tower? Don't know what he's up to, but I ran into him at the monorail platform. He said to tell you that he had something to do at Rose Tower, so he'd be late to your dinner. Why Rose Tower? What could he have to do at this hour? Here's, do us a favor. Take us to Rose Tower, would you? Neither Happy nor I know the way. Geez, what rude siblings, always so demanding levels. Though, I suppose, it's a bit of a problem for me too, if the finals are held up for any reason. And I don't really hate the two of you little ones. You were good enough to beat me, after all. So, I think I'll invite Team Yellow along, and we'll all have ourselves a bit of fun, shall we? Brilliant, you're the best, Piers. Let's go make a real ruckus. Man, why am I here for this? I'm totally exhausted from that battle with you, Happy. We decided that Team Yellow will cheer you on, Happy. Let's help out together. What a beautiful display of sibling love. However, it is entirely unnecessary. Miss Oleana. Chairman Rose is meeting with the champion in a very, very important meeting. There's no way I will let anyone intrude. After all, only authorized personnel with the proper key can ride the monorail to Rose Tower. That means as long as Chairman Rose is in the tower, no one can disturb him. I've selected a member of the League staff and given them a key. Chairman Rose does enjoy these kind of menial games after all. Do you think you could tell the difference between normal League staff and the one I chose? Do you think you could find me? What should we do? This isn't good, but I got this one. Happy? Team Yellen will handle this. Oh, this is brilliant. I'll search around the front of the stadium. Yeah, if he's the one with the keycard, why didn't he just go to Rose Tower and then we could never get to him? Just saying. For now, we should try to head to the plaza together for now, right? Alright, let's all work together and head for Rose Tower. The Champion Cup is on pause until we find this guy. Let's find Oleana's League staff member. That bad one was wearing those lame shades, right? I'm crazy busy because of the Champion Cup, and yet I can't get to Rose Tower. Some League staff aren't doing their jobs. It's finally time for the Champion Cup. Being super busy makes you want to slack off, doesn't it? There's some League staff that have gone and started a fan club dedicated to Miss Oleana. We're going to be dealing with this little game of hide and seek he's trying to do. And then we'll call it there. I think. I heard that the champion and Chairman Rose are having a very important discussion right now. I wonder what it's all about. He will only be in the plaza. I want to get to Rose Tower, but the monorail isn't moving. Yeah, Happy, this works awfully shifty. I can't get to turn around. Say something surprising so I have no way to choice whether to look this way. We already have the key, you know. What? Blessed, I turned around, and I can't escape. In that case, time for a Pokemon battle. Macrocosmos' Eric. That's Meowth. My cheers will really get you going. Thanks for the help. Team Yell will boost a random stat. And it does help. Next up is Durant. And I am going to want Figo for that. It is a steel bug, so any fire type move just ends it. Which is funny, because Durant has a rival called Heatmore. You're a fire type. It's a bug. Durant is a bug that put on steel armor to try to protect itself from a fire type. thought I already talked that. I actually turned around. 4,700 from that. All I need to do is hide, and I won't have to give it the key. So I wonder how fast that guy can run. I've got no idea where he went. Well, he went this way. I don't think there was a guy here before. How'd you find me? Or did you just talk to everyone you met? Whatever. I'll defeat you this time. Mawile. He keeps changing up his team. Don't know why he just doesn't do one fight with a team of 6. Actually, Kato's good for this. Feel that flow, yeah? You feeling it happy? This time they boost defenses. That's pretty good. Excadrill. I'm gonna go Sahara for that. And we beat Eric again. And I even switched up my Pokemon while I was running. Another 4,700 from that. They say hide a tree in a forest, so I thought I could hide myself in a crowd. Before continuing, I'm gonna buy stuff at the shop. $17 should be fine. I really wanted to get full restores. I don't think he's even trying. You're way too observant, but I'll win this time and make my getaway. For our seed. Not even for our thorn. Just for our seed. Oh, that's a Steelix. We're gonna go George. Because that thing can have rock moves, it can have steel. I'd rather hit it with Snipe Shot and then one-tap it. Remember, Steelix is one of the best Pokemon that has defensive, like physical defense. its special defense isn't great, so just hit it with something ranged and you win. That's mostly why I didn't go for it. There's so many moves that are special that it's not worth it. It's a good Pokemon, just it's risky. Hiding didn't work and battles didn't work. Only thing to do now is run. Another $4,000. We're just taking his whole paycheck. Seems like you got me cornered. I'm not gonna give up. An earful from Miss Alina is worse than anything you lot could do. Good luck catching me on the monorail. Jimmy, go find Hop. We'll corner that league staff member at the station together. You did a cracking job of cornering that bad league staff member, Happy. Let me sing you a song fitting up your rockin' deeds. The only thing a humble singer could do is sing a humble song. Maybe I can't cheer someone off with just the tunes I play. Maybe my songs don't make anyone happy. Maybe I can't help. But still, the only thing I can do is sing. Sing my humble song. Piers! Go Piers! Hey, isn't it Piers? Why is he doing a street performance? It could be a station performance. Come on, let's see if we can get closer. We got the key, Piers. We can take the monorail to Rose Tower now. Happy, Hop. Now's your chance. Go, get out of here. We are now at Rose Tower. This is Rose Tower. Just how tall do you think it is? I can't even see the top up there in the clouds. So, what should we do? Team Yellow is going to have their hands full holding up those bad league staff members. They won't be catching up anytime soon. Yeah, what should we do? Let's go ahead. Good thinking. Let's go collect Lee and get out of here. Without him, there's no champion for you to challenge in the Champion Cup. That would just be a cup. Happy, you cleared the way to Rose Tower. Now all you gotta do is charge on ahead. An employee is an employee, I guess. Seems that excess lady hid the monorail key to try to impress the chairman. Chairman Rose has been keeping the champion holed up inside. I wonder what he's plotting. Times like this, when tension and passion run high, remind me of Spike Moth in the old days. Some wild concerts we had back then, but no encores. Wait, you're still here? We better get going. I'll send some support your way with a yell. Gotta stick around to make sure my boat doesn't do anything too crazy, right? Come back if you need anything. Let's go. Before heading off, there are some items around here that you might want to actually collect. Let's see if we can find the sparkles. Right here. There's a rare candy. That's an instant level up. I think I'm gonna give that to Mihara. Leveling it up to level 63. All the way up here, on this corner, is an electric seed. Right there's another nugget. Good selling item. I want to say there's a TM or a TR here, but I don't think there is. But there's a cell battery that we already went over. And another bottle of PowerPoint up. I'm actually going to use that. Next time, because I got the dogs to check on. Next time on Pokemon Shield, we will be battling our way through Rose Tower to try to find the chairman and the champion. And we will continue the Crown Tundra DLC, as well as try to do a lot of raids so that we can level up. If I can find it. This might take me a minute. It's not an easy thing to find. Well, we gotta get Kubfu up to level 60, which is the strength of our team. And then we get something really cool. But that's all for next time. Before I end it, I do have one thing to say. I think in exactly 2 weeks from today, which is why I want to get this game done before 2 weeks and start Violet, there will be a special stream in 2 Mondays from now. I will try to do Pokemon Shield, Violet, and Animal Crossing in one straight stream. Because on that day is something cool. And I like showing stuff off. Because it's a special day for me, and yeah, we'll go over it when that day comes, but yeah. Something special is coming in 2 weeks. So, if you've seen this on Twitch, follow if you're curious of what's going to happen. If you've seen this on YouTube, follow and subscribe for both. Ending stuff, which, and then I forgot to end it. Twitch, you have the link to my YouTube channel. Check it out. Subscribe if you want. Someday I want to go live on YouTube, so I could use all the help I can get there. Yeah, just to see what YouTube Live is like. I'd probably still go live here. And YouTube, you have the link to the Twitch account. check out the channel and catch a live. See what happens. I will see you guys tomorrow, where we will do Rose Tower like I just said. Have a good day.